Ooh, that's one right there. YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy, man, Photo, coming back at you, man, with another build. Guys, I have finally finished out my Playmaker point guard. I kind of went with the traditional route. I feel like it's the best, man. I tried to do like a point forward, and the issue with point forwards is this, man. I'm a big pro-am player. I play a lot of pro-am, so the issue is with the speed on a point forward. I know a lot of people like, well, you can do this with them, or you can do this with them, but a point forward really only works best in the park, man. It doesn't really translate over to pro-am because of his speed limitations, and then his size gets in the way, because usually they make him between 6'7" and 6'9", and in pro-am, usually if you get a 6'9" player, it's going to be like a small forward sharp or something like that. It's not going to be for handling people. It's not going to be for like handling ball handling in the pro-am, because there's space limitations. You got to space the floor. You can't hold the ball, because if you hold the ball a little longer in the pro-am, especially with teams that know what they're doing, like us, you know what I'm saying, you only letting people get back into their positions, you feel me? So the longer you hold the ball, the more people get set in their position. So you're gonna need that speed to get around people and stuff. Now, as far as breaking ankles, yeah, your point forward can break ankles, you know what I'm saying? But a stumble in the pro-am ain't good enough. You feel me? You gotta goddamn make them fall every time, or it's just a waste of time. It's let's take a look at his attributes real quick. Where is it? My player inventory. No, that's not that. Yeah. So let's take a look at his attributes really quick. So we're gonna start all the way to the right on his defense. Now, if you're looking down trying to max out a playmaker for the defense, he's really suspect on defense, because he only has 74 shot contest. He can't block shots and all that. So you have to rely on his lateral quickness, which I do believe NBA 2K really shorted the playmaker on lateral quickness. I don't understand how you can be more quick with the ball than you can on defense without the ball. I think that lateral quickness should be faster. You know what I'm saying? I think that number's a whole lot way inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can see, like in pick and roll, our defense IQ, I can see that being tough, and help defense IQ, because they can't provide much help. I can see that. But this is where playmakers really shine. If you've never maxed the playmaker out, again, I am a superstar 1, so if you're not a superstar, the highest you can get them is 95. So there it is. See, this is why you want a playmaking point guard. My point guard is 6'1". Now, you got ball control 94, passing vision 94, passing IQ and pass accuracy, speed with ball. Now, the messed up part about all this is the passing accuracy and on 2K, because no matter if you got break starter, I got break starter and all that, they'll still manage, even on a small 3v3 court, he still managed to throw the ball out of bounds. Like, probably damn near throw it on another court, out of bounds somewhere, way out of court. I mean way out of bounds. It gets ridiculous sometimes. I don't know. I would have thought they had a patch for that. You know, the balls, like if you throwing them, if you standing at the half court line, and you'll pass the ball and it hits the rim. That's outrageous for a point guard playmaker passing it less than 30 feet. You know what I'm saying? Or even an interest pass from the half court line is not the toughest thing, and actually it's quite normal in the NBA now. So I don't have anything on rebounding, because the reason you don't if you put anything on rebounding, you have wasted your time, you have wasted your effort, your money, and all that. Because as a playmaking point guard, less likely to take any shots, period. You're not going to take a whole lot of shots. First of all, you may get into the mid-range a little bit and take a couple shots, but most of the time you're not going to be taking shots. And second of all, once you get into the mid-range, you take a shot, or if you want to shoot or you want to stay around that three-point line, because our playmaking point guard is usually mainly used, especially on offense, to get back in transition. You get the ball in the offensive rhythm, and you can move it around, move the ball around, or you can drive and score. But if you drive in the pro-am, you better make sure you score, because if you don't, they run the fast break transition right behind you every time. I mean, like every time. So make sure that you actually score if you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you shouldn't have anything in rebounding. Strength, why would you need strength, man? You're not going to bag anybody down, so don't even put it there. It's way overrated, and plus, even if you put it all the way up, it'll still be too low to defend the people that actually use strength to score. So don't waste your time. This is another must for the point guard playmaker archetype. Speed, acceleration, and vertical. They can jump out the gym, man. They can accelerate. Now, they got this thing called speed boosting, which is really not a speed boost. It's not. People think it's a speed boost because 2K rewards you for coming out of your dribble moves on time and with a burst of speed. Centers have this. If you're setting a screen with the center, you set a screen, and if you time it just right, you get a burst of speed coming off the screen running toward the goal. Every position has their speed boost. Like a sharpshooter can speed boost out of safe dribbles, out of crab dribbles, to create their open shot. The bad thing about sharpshooters doing that is they can't shoot off the dribble. They have to be spot up sometimes. But every other archetype in 2K can do it. But like, you can have a little speed boost with your center, but it's not going to be as much as a playmaking point guard, because they're designed to do that. It's just like if I set a screen and I roll to the basket, it's not going to be as fast as my center. And plus, you're more likely to get knocked out because you don't have the weight to be doing that anyway. All right. So if probably the main thing that you're going to have to do, well, you have no other choice but to be agile, fast. You feel me? Once again, you designing this archetype to be a dual threat in pro-am and in the park. You see what I'm saying? In the park, once you start doing all them fancy dribbling moves in the park, the attention shifts towards your player. Everybody's watching. So what that does, that opens up all kind of back doors, like people sneaking out, sneak screens, all that stuff, man. So the fancy dribble moves is to break your ankles. I'm trying to break them, but it takes the attention away from the other two players on the court, so they can move freely, because now they watching what I'm gonna do to this dude that's standing in front of me. All right, moving on to the next. Post scoring, I mean, he got a 35 on it. Need I say more that you ain't gonna be down there? If you take your point guard down in the paint, you're gonna be a liability in transition. I'm just saying. Move the ball, point playmakers. All right, 3-point shooting. Now, here's where it gets tricky. If you got a jump shot good enough and you're wide open, and make sure, and especially if your sharpshooters or your centers, make sure they have diamond runs, because it helps a lot. It boosted up, I don't know, maybe by 5 points. I don't know how much it boosted up by, but I have a better chance of getting the green if I'm getting a pass from somebody with diamond. And also make sure you go through I would say it's worth going through all the jump shots to find that one green jump shot, because once you find that jump shot, they now have, not only do they have to respect you, how quick you are off the dribble, you might speed boost past them, but they can't sag off you all the way because you got a shot too. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So that makes this the perfect all-around player. But once again, the taller you make them, the less speed you have, and the heavier you make them. My dude is like, he's really small, like 6'1", 185 or some shit like that. You know, like a little lanky. You know what I'm saying? It's quick enough. All right, to mid-range shot. Now this is where the playmaker makes their money, off dribbling and getting into the mid-range. Now, once you put pressure and put into the mid-range, see, this is where they excel, because you're known to blow by the person in front of you, for sure. If you're playing playmaking point guard, you're blowing by the person that's in front of you. If you can't beat the person in front of you, then you need to pick another archetype. You feel me? Don't even practice this. If you're scared to dribble, or use any dribble moves, don't even try this at all. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta, as a playmaker point guard, you have to abuse the person in front of you. Because once you do, you work your way into the mid-range, and guess who had to step up? Either that center, if you're playing threes, or one of the two. If you're playing a 3-2, somebody has to step up, and guess what that leaves up? That's two people guarding one. Because they have to watch that drive, because I can blow by the person standing in front of me. So this right here is where you're gonna make your money. Now, we have a 78 on mid-range shot contest, on contested mid-range. So don't be afraid to dribble and drive and pull up, especially if you got mid-range dead-eye. Don't be afraid to do that, because that changes the respect. It'll change the whole dynamic of the game once you show them that you can do that, for sure. All right, moving on a little bit further. Where did I put my controller? All right, layups and dunks. Now, I have not been able, I know a lot of people on the internet or YouTube have been able to get posterizer. I have not been able to be one of those lucky people. So I'm continuously trying to get posterizer. I can't. I've been grinding for a couple of games. Maybe y'all can leave it in the comment section how to get posterizer, or what dunk packages. I put on all kind of junk pair. I've seen every YouTube video out there. But if one of my viewers knows something that I don't, leave it in the comment section. I'll definitely check it out. I need to know something about this. I need posterizer. Now, the crazy part, remember he has a 94 vertical, so he has a high standing dunk. The driving dunk, standing layup. The driving layup, standing dunk. If you, like I said, man, only way you should be landing the ball up or driving the layup is you know you got that lane and ain't nobody finna contest it. Because once it gets blocked, they gone in transition. So don't even, this is irrelevant to you. It should be irrelevant. Even if you can dunk on somebody, it's not going to be likely, especially in Pro-Am, like elite level Pro-Am. Point guards are not getting to the basket like that. Not enough to dunk, not unless they're on a fast break. That's the only time this stat matters. What kind of style you going to do coming down on a fast break? That's it. All right. Now, it is helpful when you're using pick and roll, but like I said, man, if you got a team that set screens and you can roll around, you're a master for roll around, because we got Hall of Fame pick and roll maestro, which gives an extra boost to the center, rolling to the basket, and gives you more speed off the dribble once you curling the screen. That means if you come in and you're going around the screen, not fanning out toward the 3-point line, you going around, you going to the hole. Now that gives you an extra speed boost doing that, and it makes you more likely to dunk the ball or make the contested layup. However, if you do come against a paint protector or somebody that can block your shot, they're probably gonna do a grab block on you, and then the ball is gonna be going that way in transition. You can't stop it. So make sure, like, you know you finna make that basket if you're playing with this archetype, because that's your liability. It's your gift and your curse. You can get to the basket quick, but you better score, because if you don't, like it's in Pro-Am, it's 2 other people going, and maybe 3v3 in the park, it's 3 other people going back the other way. So check that out. So this is where it gets weird. This is what I was telling you about, where it was real tricky, because of mainly because look at the shot close. If you're close, you'll shoot 82. Shot off the dribble 80. Shot off the dribble 3, 80. Now that means your dribble pull-up, you have a better chance of hitting a dribble pull-up than you do standing alone, because you only have a 72. And even in the mid-range, you only got a 78. So use your dribble pull-ups effectively. Use those screens, man. Get on the other side of the screen, but be forewarned, you need to get way back from the screen. You feel me? Not like, you need to find some open space, because that deep range dead eye doesn't help as much as the sharpshooters deep range dead eye, because it's Hall of Fame. And it's kind of easy. All they have to do is get in your area, and your shot will be missed. But if you're wide open, I call it bucket naked. If you naked in the corner and you came out of your dribble moves, you can shoot that 3. All right, much like a shot creator, you can shoot that 3 coming off the dribble. You have a better chance of making it just standing in the corner. However, catch and shoot. Remember, catch and shoot. You can take a couple of dribbles with catch and shoot and have it still active. I think it's like maybe 3 bounces of the basketball. something like that. Some nerd on YouTube calculated that junk. Like you can catch the ball, get a quick dribble, and pull up, and it still counts as catch and shoot. So you need those badges, man. You need those badges. So basically, this is a movement just much like a shot creator type build, man. You have a better chance of making shots off the dribble. Mid-range shot and your shot 3 is better if you're shooting off the dribble. And plus, you even got a boost in shot close range shot at 82. So let's go take a look at my badges really quick. Is it accolades? No. We're gonna go to player stats, and then middle button. So let's go take a look at this. As you can see, the diagram when it shows you basically your playmaker point guard on shooting is all around. Overall, I'm more toward a defensive player. You can see that. I'm a defensive minded guy. So I got 21 total badges here with the playmaker badge. I rarely get that badge because I don't break a lot of ankles. I just make open shots or create space. I can break ankles if I want to, if I need to. I have done it before. But once again, I'm more of a pro-am guy. So I believe in getting into the offense a little faster. So all these badges except drop step, I was just playing around when I got that. Relentless finisher, catch and shoot. You did corner specialist, difficult shots especially, because that helps you make your shots off the dribble better. So it gives you an increased chance of making shots off the dribble if you have that difficult shot badge. And also your mid-range dead eye. Remember your strongest attribute is shooting mid-ranges off the dribble. So it's what goes without saying, without question, man. You need to have this mid-range dead eye just in case somebody closing out. If they closing out on you, you're good because they're not there, and you got that mid-range dead eye badge. Tireless score, it works. I like this. I love the badge, but I hate the idea of if you're tired, you can score without losing any effectiveness. It's cool, and it is not a very overpowered badge, but it is must-have badge. Like it says, a player who can spend a great deal of energy. We're gonna spend a great deal of energy just dribbling, just being honest with you. But when we take the shot, you're gonna need some energy, man. Trust me. And of course, all 5 of your Hall of Fame badges. You need this ankle breaker, diamond. Diamond is the most overpowered badge on, man. You can, like my point guard passed to a glass cleaner with 0-3. That glass cleaner is likely to make that 3-pointer, especially if he's open. And if you equate flashy passer in it, it gives it an even more increased chance of making the shot, and or of him doing a highlight dunk. If he's driving to the rim and you give him a flashy pass, it'll be a little bit harder for them to block the dunk. And then if you triple that up with pick and roll maestro. So if you call for the screen and you get your screen, you go around it and you give him a flashy pass in the lane, he's more liable to dunk the ball harder, and it's gonna be less likely it's gonna be more likely somebody getting dunked on. Now on defense, you're gonna need this pick dodger badge because the way they set screens in Pro-Am and Park, it just helps a little bit. It doesn't completely stop you from getting KO'd by glass cleaners, but you have anything that decreases your chance will make you a better player. Okay, so just so you can just like swim move around it, take the pick or take the pick early. Now my smart PGs know on 2K especially, if you got people that like to set picks, you need to attack the screens fast. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait. Or either you go, if it's a slasher, you can sit back on the screen. You don't have to try to get around it. But if it's a shooter, you have to attack the screen and make them decide which way you're gonna go. Remember that. So if it's a shooter, you need to get up on them. If it's a slasher or something, you can just sit back and let them decide. You know, you can stay right behind the screen because ain't nothing he can really do back there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really nothing he can't back up anymore. You know what I'm saying? Sharpshooters, you got to crash in them fast. You got to get in there, make them make a decision. Make them go left or right so you can, lock them up. That pick dodger helps you get around that. So that's that. And one more thing I wanted to show you guys that they don't show you in the dribble tutorials, man. Let my game load up real quick. Is the best dribble moves are done without turbo. Let me go pick a ball up real quick. And what I mean by that is, pick the ball up, bro. Now, you're gonna go, you just simply switching directions, simply going left and right without turbo is more or less your best dribble moves because it changes directions faster. Hold on. But you still can dribble fast if you like to, you know, do all your cheesy moves and all that. But just changing directions in Pro-Am, you just change, and it breaks ankles too. It breaks ankles. So just go simply left and right. It's a tough dribble move to stop because my Playmaker changes direction so fast. And remember your step backs. All you do is simply press X for the step back as you're running, and it gives you an increased chance to make it because, well, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not a shooter, so like my shot probably wouldn't make it. Oh my God. And it's like I'm playing on my game capture, so I that's why I didn't want to shoot, because it's kind of like behind. But yeah, just remember, without turbo is your most deadly dribble, man, because it changes direction. Anything you do with turbo gives you gives you like a little delay if you don't do it in rhythm. But without turbo, you can just do whatever you want to do, man. I'm not even holding turbo doing all these moves, dog. These moves are not without turbo. They break ankles also. I found that out last night though as I was playing. Now, the speed boost simply, for me, this is how it goes. You have a rhythm dribble and you tap up. That's your rhythm dribble. Now, you see what ball hand that is in? If you push to that side, if you push to the side that your ball hand, that the ball, if you push to the side that the ball is in his hand, or how do I say that? Freak. You know I can't cuss no more. That's a little bit of tongue twist. If you push to that side, it'll give you a speed boost. So, hold on, I did that wrong. Hold on. It'll give you a little speed boost. I still did it. You see how you going, how you looping around? It'll still give you a speed boost. So you push up, so it's simply just a hesitation. That's all. It's simply just a hesitation. It just, you see that how you sped up? That's all it is. Now, depending on like if you how you do it and how you go into your speed boost, you can go into it many ways and just speed boost around people and dump. It's pretty easy, man. Self-explanatory, guys. Now, I appreciate y'all stopping through, man, and watching it. If you made it to the end of the video, man, I really appreciate it. Click that sub button, man, wherever it might be. Thanks for listening to me ramble on and on, man. Guys, we are on a 1K sub grind on YouTube. Make sure, can we get 1K, man? Can we? With this video, can we get up there? Can we get 30 likes maybe? You know what I'm saying? Small YouTuber, I got small ambitions. I'm happy with 30 likes. And also, man, on our Twitch channel, we on a 5K grind. Stop by, show some love, man. We will be live streaming all summer long. I am a school teacher, man, and we just hit summer break, so that means it's on. We're about to be streaming every day, all day, man. Well, of course, I got to make videos too. So when I'm not making videos, I'll be streaming. When I'm streaming, I won't be making videos. So we gonna balance that shit out. We gonna make it work. You heard? Once again, YouTube. This for my YouTube people. Sub, follow, comment, like, share. Do it all. Do it all. Because we here. We ready for 2K18, baby. Let's go, man. Once again, it's your boy Photo T, man. That was NBA 2K17. My Playmaker tutorial. Playmaker build. And we out. Peace.